television, today's choice. We're here just to make your day beautiful. As I'm here, not alone, I've got Matthew with me. Good morning, Matthew.
Yeah, morning. How was the weekend?
Beautiful.
You were not with us last week. We're told that you went to London to see the Queen.
Sure,
Did you see the cats?
I did.
Okay.
And I
Welcome
ca-
back.
And I came with it.
With pounds, I believe.
Okay, we have a very beautiful woman with us this morning on set. Was working cooperative this morning. So if I were you, I'll sit back and listen. She's the permanent secretary from the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Cooperatives. She's Yua Naps. Good morning, madam.
Good morning, Yvette. Good morning. I'm glad to be here.
Welcome to EBS TV Daybreak on Wednesdays.
Thank you.
What brings you to EBS TV? Let's start from there.
Oh, well, I came to see you. We're starting from there.
Yeah, sure.
Well, the reason why I'm here is to talk about the cooperatives and what government's plan is with cooperatives, and to especially let everybody know that the Edo State government, through the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Cooperative, will be celebrating the 100th year of cooperatives by 2nd July. And we are asking all cooperatives to partner with us and make the noise and inform cooperatives and create their awareness. That's why I'm here.
Okay, cooperatives, okay? I know that virtually everybody out there knows what you mean by cooperative, but can you explain what cooperatives is all about?
Okay, I'll do my best to bring it down to the grassroots. So cooperative really is everybody coming together, cooperative, coming together for a singular purpose. So it could be for, making money. It could be for growing a product. It could be for farming a particular crop. So cooperatives, as we know, are the people that help us to grow well. They are the ones that grows any economy, because in cooperatives we have the cooperators. And the cooperators are made up of the MSMEs, the micro, small, medium enterprises. They are the ones that make up the bulk of the cooperatives. The MSMEs by themselves are called the cooperators within the cooperative. These persons can have different things that they are trading on. But the cooperative as its own, one cooperative can also decide to be invested in one particular item or product or services.
Okay.
So in a nutshell, it's coming together for a common good to grow wealth. That's what cooperative is.
No.
Where does multi-purpose come in here?
And well, like again, multipurpose means everybody is doing all kind of things within the cooperative. So the cooperatives themselves can cluster and do different things. So that's why I call multipurpose. There are different things they are doing. It's not one particular thing everybody is doing.
But of common interest.
Yes, the common interest in all of it is to grow wealth, build economies, build homes, build families, put food on the table individually and collectively.
What about this group of women, like they do Osusu, right? Are they cooperatives also?
You will not be a cooperative in the real sense of it if you are not registered, because to be a proper cooperative that you can find, you can actually transact business with, that you can link to stakeholders, you have to be registered with the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Cooperative by law. So you get a certificate. That certificate also can double over as your CAC when you haven't moved into the big sphere, the industry and all of that.
Okay.
So the Osusu people, in their own way, is some sort of coming together. It's cooperative, but you cannot use the name cooperative for them because they're not registered by law.
Okay.
All right. This year you have cooperatives build a better world. Cooperatives build a better world.
Yes.
As far as the Nigerian situation down to Edo State situation is concerned, where does this come in?
Well, I think that the theme for this year, International Cooperative Day, is apt. Cooperative build a better world. Over the years, when we were growing up, cooperatives were everything. To get funding, to build homes, to build industries, cooperatives will come together. I'll give you a typical example, even in this present time. UBTH cooperative.
Yeah.
Everybody go there to buy meat. They have now moved on to have electronics and all of that. These are cooperatives. Cooperative is supposed to grow wealth. So if we harvest and harness our cooperatives well, and government, as the current administration is doing under our able governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, we are looking to harvest cooperatives. We are looking to say, okay, government is now aware. Let's work together. Where are the stakeholders? Where are the financial institutions? Where are the stakeholders in the ecosystem? Let's come together. Let's grow cooperatives. Because I think we have left them alone for too long. And again, all the drama happening within every ecosystem, as it were, in the country, including the financial ecosystem, the micro, medium, and small enterprises. So I think now is the time. We have come back to the table. We are now calling all our stakeholders. Let's grow wealth. We know every day our governor tells us that there's no more money coming from the center. We have to start thinking outside the box. How do we grow the economy of our own state as Edo, for Edo, by Edo? So if we look at all of that, my aunties, your aunties, my uncles, everybody is doing something in a small bit.
Yeah.
Cooperative means let's pull them together. When we pull everybody together, everybody's money comes to the center, becomes more money for everybody to use. And when we have more money, and you're registered with my ministry, for instance, the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Cooperatives, by the Edo State government, then government can stand in the gap and say, financial institutions, we know these people, we know where they are, we can track them, so if you give them money, we'll be able to help you bring it. And when you put cooperatives, people into a cooperative, the cooperative is responsible for any loan that the cooperative will take. And by joining cooperative, they have their bylaws where they contribute their money, whether they want to be a financial cooperative, because we have financial cooperatives. Their job is just to lend money, loan,
Okay.
and take back. They serve as financial institutions among cooperatives. We also have cooperatives that are products endowed. We have cooperatives that are services inclined. So it depends on what you're doing. So when you're talking about Edo State, we believe that if we begin to harvest and cluster these cooperatives, Edo will grow in no small way. Because we are very hardworking people in Edo. I can tell you that. I have aunties all over. Name the market in Edo. They wake up every day. I have an aunt who, over the years since I've been growing up, she's been dealing on charcoal. With that, she's built homes, she's moved into a home, she's trained her children. So imagine if we put all these kind of resourceful women and men together and be able to, government will stand in a gap. By that I mean, for instance, the BOI port. Government brings counterpart funding to put in it, and that's government's way. Government is not the business of making money. Government is to provide the enabling environment for businesses to grow.
Right.
So for us to be able to do that and do it by sector, we have decided that cooperatives are our biggest asset, and we want to begin to harvest them now, put them in better perspective, educate them on how to register, how to grow their businesses. We have only recently trained 600 MSMEs across the Central District on financial literacy management. Most of them don't know how to keep their books. Basic thing as, I bought my bottle of groundnut for 1 naira, I sold it at 1 naira 20 kobo, you know, my transport, the 50 kobo,
yes.
I'll pay for those people, the taxes and all that. They don't keep their books. Some of them, as they are buying and they are selling, they are using their capital to do other things. Buy provision for the children, you must now learn to separate business income from home income. So that is the thing that the ministry is beginning to do with our cooperatives. And we're happy that the cooperatives are coming out all out now. They are coming with us, and they've all indicated their joy and excitement now that we're planning the International Cooperative Day.
So,
And we are
Yeah,
looking
I
forward
was
to
going
having
there,
them.
the International Day. What do we stand to gain as cooperatives or individuals who are willing to merge to form a cooperative?
Okay, for the Cooperative International Day, because it's a globally celebrated event, the first thing for this year is the first that is happening in Edo State.
Okay.
I can't recall having had this done in Edo State. So this particular one, this 100, we want to create awareness. Let people know what cooperative means and what it can bring to the table. We want to let people know that they can cluster by sector, fadama, artisans, I don't know, granite sellers, whatever sector they are. We have different sectors. Sectors are categorized. We have that listing of it. So when they come in there, this year's own for this weekend is to create the awareness that the ministry is ready and able. The government under Godwin Obaseki, our able governor, is willing. If every time we talk to Mr. Governor, cooperative is what he's interested in. How do we grow them? How do we grow wealth? We must grow Edo wealth for Edo people by Edo people. So when we grow cooperative, we as a ministry begin to bring out policy statements. I'll give you a typical example. We have granite in Edo. Everywhere is granite. What do we do with our granite? Just eat it. That's all we do with it. We don't put it through the value chain. So what my ministry wants to do now is look for where they are. Let's cluster them. Let's call our financial institutions. Let's begin to put the value additions. People, I'm sure if you will go to Hallmark or Market Square and buy what's it called again? Peanut butter spread. We can just do that in Edo and bring up policies, simple policy statement like any groundnut that is not sourced in Edo, or any peanut butter that doesn't have the proudly Edo stamp on it cannot be sold in Edo. I'm sure if we do that and we have discussions and we approach Mr. Governor and we approach the House of Assembly, these policy statements can easily be, and it will be beneficial to everybody, because when we begin to say this is proudly Edo, we have involved all the stakeholders, SON, MAN, NAFDAC, Nigerian Export Promotion Council. Everybody has come to the table. We've been engaging because we want to see Edo, want to take our name, want to be able to let our own local product have access to market. When we say access to market, what do we mean? It means your product begins to go out of your state and out of your country. So I think Edo is ready. We need everybody to partner with the state government to grow cooperatives. EBS, grow your cooperative. You are a service provider. Yes, what we want you to do in your cooperative, please report the right news, investigative news, not news that is from social media. We must begin to position Edo in such a way that Edo, as is known, becomes a trademark, a stamp for everybody to copy.
All right, you can have family cooperatives, isn't it?
What do you mean, family cooperatives? Family
cooperative, for instance, you have the Atagame family, for instance, and Atagame family can just have right, left, and center, spread up to about say 500 members. Yes.
I don't think it's as clear as that. I don't think cooperative work in that way. If you want to come as a family.
No, on general principles. On general principles, if we have a family cooperative, I'm just trying to see how far down this cooperative movement can be. For instance, if I have a family that is as big as 50, 80, and we are all business, we're in farms, we can come together as a family, because families hardly ever move together economically, and then they can be registered with the cooperative department, and then can we not have something like that?
It's a yes and a no. You can. If all of you, like you are saying, all of you are farmers, it's fine, but do all of you farm the same thing? That's one question.
Is that what you mean by multipurpose?
Multipurpose as cooperative, but again, if you recall, I said the cooperative must register itself in a sector. So if you are registering your cooperative now, you can register either as a fadama. Fadama is the farmers cooperative, so you can do different things in that cooperative. But if, for instance,
Atagame
family.
Cooperative society.
That's nice. So Atagame family, there is 2, or maybe out of your 50, maybe you have 10 gari farmers, cassava farmers, and you have maybe another set of groundnut.
Shoemakers.
So you see, now you've mentioned shoemaker. It wouldn't come under that cooperative, because that cooperative was registered in a sector. But you, as a member of the family, you are a cooperator under the cooperative, so you can actually have your shoe as your own business. So in that particular sphere, we will tag you an MSME, because you are a small business owner. Yes, but if Atagame family decide that, Ivie, who is in Atagame family, is making more money from the shoe, we can decide, oh, we want to go and re-certify our cooperative certificate and turn it into a shoe cooperative. So everybody will now be encouraged to find the or the raw material that will make this shoe work better. So if I was already doing I don't know, pineapple for instance, a part of fadama, if you're, they can say, okay, you are, no, don't throw the pineapple skin away, because by the way, pineapple skin can be used for shoes and leather belts. If you don't know, I'm telling you now. So you cannot decide to say, let's harvest all the pineapple skin and give to EVA, since we are not a shoe person. Then we can begin to say, okay, maybe another cooperative, again, when we talk about clustering cooperative, is doing hide and skin. You can now do trade by barter, or you can buy, and or you can even partner and cluster and grow your cooperative. We're also encouraging cooperatives to cluster, because sometimes we have these grants and loans that come, especially grants, and they say you need a counterpart funding to draw down on this money, and you don't have all the money. You can partner, you can cluster cooperative, come together, draw down the money. It's a grant, so it's free money to grow your business. Once you draw down, then everybody take their own bit. I'll give you an example. This the last second set of Brave Woman loan that just happened. A lot of Edo people, Edo cooperative, Edo business owners could not draw down, because again, most of them don't know how to apply for these loans. Most of them don't have the requisite requirement for the loan. They don't have registered cooperative. They don't have registered companies. They have never audited their account. They don't have tax clearance. And these people that are bringing this money, they are people who are also business owners that must match your finances with what you do. So our job as government is to enlighten people on how to access this money in the proper way. And when you cluster, the Brave Woman had part of it as lead organizations that can draw down $50,000.
Wow.
And everybody is looking, and you have to counterpart with 25. So if your cooperative have 10, you can find other cooperatives, you come together
Merge.
and draw down that money, and you can all take your money and work as the. So the job that we are doing as a ministry is to enlighten the cooperatives, help them register properly, help them make sure that the auditors audit their accounts annually and submit to the ministry, so that keeping tab on them means we can showcase them and stand in the gap and say, oh, we know these ones. They are properly registered, they have done their this, blah, blah, blah. And if they have products, like I say, we're also partnering with NAFDAC and all the bodies, so we can help them get their NAFDAC number, help them check the standardization of their products, and facilitate through Nigeria Export Promotion Council access to markets.
All right, well, if you just tuned in, you're watching Daybreak on EBS television. Of course, we're discussing with Yuwa Naps. She's the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Industry, Trade and Cooperatives. Now, towards July 2nd, time, venue, and after that day, will this awareness campaign continue for those who are yet to get this message?
Yes, thank you. That's our big day for the weekend.
Yeah.
We're going to start on the 1st with an awareness march. All the cooperatives that we have, they have been very responsive. They are happy. Everybody's excited. We're going to have the awareness campaign march from the State Secretariat through the Ring Road, and we're going to end that awareness campaign at the grounds of Edo Hotel, Okada Avenue. The march will start at 9 a.m., but the exhibition, we're going to have the cooperatives come and showcase their products, and general public are allowed to come and procure. But remember, you are not allowed to come and showcase your products unless you are properly registered as a cooperative.
Okay. And
we know you. So you register, you showcase your products. People are encouraged to come and buy, because we are supposed to grow these MSMEs. That's on the day 1, July 1st. That day, the event will be declared by a senior government official, will be declared open by a senior government official, and all of us are going to be there representing government.
Sure.
And partnering with all of you. And I'm hoping that you'll be there too.
I will be there.
On the 2nd, which is the real day of that we celebrate International Cooperative Day, we will be having conversations with Mr. Governor. By that I mean the government will tell our cooperative trustees. That day is only open to the trustees.
Okay.
Because we don't have the capacity to house everybody. This is the first time. We'll keep engaging. It's going to be continuous engagement. But that day, we're going to be having
Who are the
conversations.
trustees?
The trustees are the president, the secretary, and the treasurer of the cooperatives. They are the ones that, as they say, they are the accounting officers
Okay.
of the cooperatives. So we
Okay,
call them
cooperative.
cooperative trustees,
Okay.
because they are the ones that can actually dove or dive into these conversations.
Okay.
And government is going to be able to tell them government's perspective, government's expectations, government's plan,
Then
and they can
analyze it
ask
again.
questions about anything that that worries the board, they want clarity about. That's what's going to happen that day. And after, at the end of it, there's going to be lunch for everybody to celebrate the day. And cooperatives are encouraged to bring, souvenirs that they like to give to people, especially on the first, which is going to be a crowd-centered day. They can also brand themselves. You see, I'm already launching our own cooperative T-shirt from the ministry for that day. We have encouraged all cooperatives to come with their regalia, their banners, their logos. Let's just make the noise. Let's create the awareness. But going back to answer the question, if we have plans, we are going to continue to engage. We have strategies. We are working currently on strategies to have quarterly awareness campaigns to reach the rural areas. And since we have come, we have seen increased number of cooperatives
Yes.
coming to
Yeah.
register.